there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World. Today we're in Ouro Preto, Brazil. We took the bus here from Belo Horizonte, and it made me think, you know what, you really need to know some of the rules and tricks of riding the bus in Brazil because you will be using the bus here. Yes, you can fly with cheap airlines like Gol around the country to the big cities, but if you want to come to Ouro Preto, you got to take a bus from Belo Horizonte or other places, okay? So here's some advice on taking the bus in Brazil. Now, the first thing you should know is you theoretically can actually buy tickets online, but a lot of times you have to have the Brazilian SEP, the Brazilian, like your social security number kind of thing, to buy things online in Brazil, and that's kind of a trouble. So most likely you're not going to be able to buy your ticket online. Now, there are some websites that will let you buy certain tickets online, but not everyone will. So just know that you're probably going to have to go to the bus station to buy your ticket. Otherwise, if you're at a nicer hotel, you might ask them if they can help you. But just know, buying the bus ticket is a little more complicated than just going online sometimes, okay? Now, when you do go to the bus station, what you need to know is there's not one bus company. There's all kinds of different bus companies. So what you're going to do is you're going to look for which bus company is going to where I want to go. Okay, so one bus company going to Ouro Preto will have one ticket, one stand. Another stand will have tickets going to Rio. And so what you want to know is look for and they'll list like the cities they go to. So find the city you want to go to and go to that one there and buy the ticket there. Now, I will say this, for some of the more major destinations like a Rio or a Sao Paulo, things like that, a lot of times you'll have a variety of tickets you can buy from different companies. And here's just like everywhere else, the more you pay, probably the more luxurious it's going to be. So it's got like an Executivo, that's probably the higher level bus. Now, sometimes you'll see the bus going behind me right now. Sometimes you have local buses, or they'll have like that, or they'll have, if you're only going like, an hour or two, it might just be normal sit-down seats. When you're on the longer buses, they will have bathrooms on there, but not every time. Not every time they work. So make sure you're prepared before you go. When you do ride the bus, you will get a ticket, and when you buy that ticket, you need to have your ID, okay? Because they put your name with your ticket, and so they'll print out your ticket for you, okay? And the ticket, literally, it's like a whole tree worth of paper for every ticket. And so you get your ticket, and you go to the bus stop, and what they'll do is they'll say you're in C1 or you're in line 17. So you buy your ticket in the hall, and then you go find your aisle or where your bus is going to come in. You go there, you will give them your bags to put underneath, and they'll give you a little ticket, okay? Keep that ticket because they will not give you your bag back unless you have your ticket, okay? So have your ticket. Next thing is you show them your ticket, give them your bags, those things. Then you'll go to the door, and then you have to show your ID with your ticket to make sure you're the same person. Then you get in, and then once you're in the bus, they might check your ticket again. And if they switch conductors or whatever, yes, they might check your ticket again. So always keep your ticket kind of easy access, because you might need to show it again for when you go places, and you do need an ID to buy the tickets and get on there. So those are some things you should know. Now, when you're on the bus, you're going to want to have your kind of carry-on bag on there. Now, things you want to have as the buses keep going by. Things you want to have in there, obviously your ticket, your ID, your phone, any of your valuable stuff. Keep that on you instead of underneath the bus, just for safety purposes. Also, you want to bring like your drinks. Don't bring cans. Bring screw-on tap drinks and snacks on there, because a lot of times the buses, they go and they'll stop at other train stations, but not for very long. It's like stop, pick up people, and go. Now, the longer ones, I've been on one. I was on one of those like 20-hour ones, and they did stop for dinner occasionally and lunch and breakfast because it was that long. But the thing is, bring snacks with you because it does get kind of a long ride. Also, traffic in Brazil is really bad, okay? And so sometimes they may say it's a 3-hour ride. It might take 4. I remember I was taking the bus from Sao Paulo to Belo Horizonte. There was an accident. We got stuck in the highway for 10 hours. I'm not kidding, 10 hours. It was a really, really bad accident. Not many options out there. So do make sure that you're not planning, oh, I'm going to take the 10 o'clock bus. It's going to get there at 12, and then I'll grab a taxi to get to the airport at 3 or whatever, 10 to 12, then I'm going to get the taxi to 1, and I'll get my 3 o'clock flight. Hey, I would give yourself some more time just in case, because it might not get on time, or there might be bad traffic and stuff like that. So be careful with that. Another thing about bus travel, if you're not going that far, like you're going from Belo Horizonte to Ouro Preto, or Ouro Preto back to the airport in Belo Horizonte, if you got a group of 4 people, you know what? You could actually probably get a driver to drive you straight to the airport, and that's literally from your hotel to the airport. No walking to the train station or bus station, getting the bus, getting to Belo Horizonte, taking a taxi out to the airport. And for the price of doing all that for 4 people, well, you could probably hire a cab or not a cab, but hire a driver to take you, it might be a little bit more, but the convenience factor is a really big thing, so that might be something you want to look out for. Now, other things in Brazil, when you're driving around, is the traffic does get a little crazy, like swerving between people and the motorcycles going by, so that can be a bit heart-wrenching, but you'll be like, oh, at least I'm in a bus. But do know there's a lot of really big speed bumps here in this country, and they can knock you out of your seat, so maybe use the seatbelt when you're there. Also, watch out, don't lean too forward when somebody sits, because a lot of the seats really lean back far, so I've been knocked in the head a couple times, so just be careful with that. But honestly, taking the bus around Brazil is kind of a quintessential part of traveling in Brazil, and you really have to do it if you're going to get to cool places like Ouro Preto and stuff like that. But don't be scared of the buses, you'll be fine. It's a great experience. Oh, if you're going from airports, a lot of times they have executive fancier buses that'll take you straight to like the downtown areas or the train or the bus station kind of stuff. So that's an option too if you're coming from the airports. Anyway, so I want to say about the buses in Brazil. I hope you have a great time. It's a fantastic place. We got videos, 5 things you love and hate about here in Ouro Preto, 10 things that'll shock you about Brazil, and so much more. It's a fantastic country. Please come visit. Check us out on our website at woltersworld.com. Subscribe, like the videos. We really appreciate it. And have fun in Brazil. I'm not worried, because you will. This place is awesome. Bye. So what do you think about the buses in Brazil, Caleb?
They're better than the American ones. They don't stink.
There you go. What do you think about the bus so far?
Surprisingly nice. I was expecting something far more archaic than this.
She was expecting something far more archaic. Liam seems happy too.